Hello everyone and welcome back to Cowabunga Corner. This is episode 84. And the reason I bring that up is because 84 is a very special number in Ninja Turtle history. The comic book came out on May 5th, 1984, marking the debut of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles for the whole world. It is the first thing ever released, and it was released at a small convention by Eastman and Laird, and then sold through the mail. Now, Ninja Turtles are sold in almost every store. The first issue has been reprinted several times, and a first print is very hard to find. This here is one of two first printings that we have here at my house. This is going to be a much different episode than any Cowabunga Corner to date, as I am going to take the time to read one of the many reprints of the very first issue. The reprint that I am reading is the last comic of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles released by Mirage Studios. It is the second color edition of this comic book, as the very first ones was done in a graphic novel form by First Graphics and published 4 different books, including the first issue. There is the third reprint out there now, which can be found in stores as of May 2012, and that is done by IDW. So, if you're looking for an actual hard copy of the first issue and you're not after a first printing, which can get very expensive to go after, then I highly recommend looking for the IDW one, because it is going to be the easiest one to find. But if I was to recommend one, and not saying easy, but saying the best one to buy, would be the graphic novel version, because it gives you more comics. It is the first colored version of these turtles, but it's a bit big for sitting here to read, so I don't have that one up here with me right now. Instead, I'm going to read this, and I'm hoping everyone enjoys. I will try and make it as entertaining as I can. Bear with me, as I am dyslexic, and reading out loud has never been my strong point. Here it is, everyone. My first time doing for anyone a reading of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Issue 1 out loud by Kevin Eastman and Peter Laird. My name is Leonardo. We made a wrong turn somewhere. Now we're caught. Our backs to the wall in this trash-strewn alley. Barring the way out are 15 members of the Purple Dragons, the toughest street gang on the east side. The only way they'll let us out of here is if we're dead. I hold my katana in the relaxed ready position. To my left, Donatello and Michelangelo follow suit with the bow staff and nunchakus. Raphael guards my right side. I sense his body quivering with tense energy, waiting to be triggered into savage, slashing release. You're dead, freaks! Nobody trespasses on the Purple Dragon's turf and gets away with it, especially when wearing stupid turtle costumes. He's wrong. We're not wearing costumes. Eastman and Laird's Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Hey! Here they come, scatter! These guys are young, but they're no rookies. They've been around, toughened by the streets. They've fought and beat everything on 2 legs in this area, except us. We hit them airborne. I cut 2 on the way down. Donatello takes out a 3rd with his staff. The punks don't waste much time on hand-to-hand. They break into small groups and open up with artillery. Raphael loves this. There's a flash of his size come out. The 3 toughs don't see that. Too bad. Who are these guys? Don't know! Some kind of freaks! But even freaks can bleed! Cut 'em! Yes, we can bleed. And so can you. Our first major skirmish is over, and we are still standing. Our training has served us well. Splinter will be pleased. A police siren wails close by, coming fast. When they arrive, they will find only what is left of the Purple Dragon Gang. We do not like to run from those who will be our allies, but we must. They would not understand us. The storm drain beckons. We are never far from a means of escape, for we are trained in the ways of ninjutsu. We strike hard and fade away into the night. The storm drains are our home. We know every inch of these subterranean passages. For all our years, we have dwelt in these dark depths, learning, growing, and building. Ah, my sons, you have returned at last. You have fought and won, Master Splinter, against 15 foes. Ah, you have done well. Your skills are at their peak. I have foreseen this night for many years now. It is time. Time for you to be told of the mission for which I have trained you these past 13 years. You will learn of my life and how you came to be. My tale begins some 20 years ago. I was a young rat, a pet, bought and cared for by my beloved master, Hamato-yoshi. My cage was kept in his dojo, and I watched his daily practice. It amused him to see me mimic his movements, but it was more than mere mimicry. Slowly I learned his art, the mysterious martial arts of ninjutsu. I could not have had a better teacher, for it was said that Hamato-yoshi was the greatest shadow warrior of his clan. He was one of the famous Foot Clan, the most feared warriors and assassins in all of Japan. Another member of the Foot Clan was Orokonagi. He and my master, Yoshi, competed fiercely in all things, especially for the love of a young woman, Tang Shin. Both tried to win her, but from the start, she loved only one, my master, Yoshi. Nagi was insanely jealous. One faithful night, he went to Shin Tang's home and demanded that she loved him. Shin refused, saying that she wanted only Yoshi. In a jealous rage, Nagi began to beat her. At that moment, Yoshi, coming to visit his lover, entered the room and saw Nagi posed to strike. Shin! Oh gods, no! Ha! Yoshi, dog! If I can't have this wench, then no one will! Yoshi's world vanished in a red haze, and when it cleared, Nagi was no more. Yoshi's shame was great. By killing another member of his clan, he had dishonored himself. His choices were simple, but not easy. To take his own life and hope for honor in the next life, or flee with Shin to another country and try to start life again. He chose the latter, taking with him few belongings, including me, and came with Shin to New York. Here my master formed a small martial arts school. Meanwhile in Japan, Nagi's family, especially his younger brother, Saki, were mourning his death. The 7-year-old Saki vowed vengeance on Yoshi. The Foot took hold of Saki's anger and used it to bend him to their own purposes. Saki began intensive training in the ninja art and soon surpassed his teachers. As he grew older, his hatred of Yoshi grew deep and bitter. Rokosaki, you have proven yourself. Though you are only 18, you are our most cunning assassin, and able to lead. Therefore, we have chosen you to go to the U.S. and head the New York branch of the Foot. At last, a chance to avenge my brother's death. Saki moved quickly. Within a year, he had built the New York Foot into a force to be reckoned with. Under Nagi's leadership, the Foot was soon involved in many criminal activities, drug smuggling, arms running, and their specialty, assassinations. Saki, now called the Shredder, was successful, but not satisfied. In his heart burned hatred for Hamata and his wife, Ting-shin. On a night nearly 15 years ago, Saki finally made his move. The time is right. I have tracked them down. For the murder of my brother, there will be no escape! My Master Yoshi came home that evening, never expecting that his most dangerous enemy was lying in wait. Entering the apartment, his gaze fell on the still, silent form of his beloved Shin. Then he saw her killer. Good Lord! Who are you? I am Oroko Saki. Oh no. In the struggle, my cage was smashed. I was free, but my master was dead. In my grief, wandered the streets, living off of scraps of garbage. Then one day, while I was searching a trash can for my next meal, I witnessed an accident. An old blind man crossing the street was almost run down by a large truck. Scream! At the last moment, a young man leaped at the blind man and knocked him out of the truck's way. As the truck screeched to a jarring stop, a metal canister bounced out of the back of the truck and struck the young man near his eyes. Unnoticed by the crowd, the strange canister bounced several more times, striking and smashing a glass jar which held 4 small turtles. You 4, as infants, you fell into the manhole, followed by the canister. Fortunately, a pile of dead leaves and papers broke your fall, but the canister smashed open, releasing a glowing ooze which covered your bodies as you crawled around in it. I followed you down into the storm drain, and not knowing exactly why, gathered you up in a coffee can. I took you to my burrow and washed off as much of the goo as I could. The next morning, I awoke to find the can tipped over, and the 4 of you doubled in size. Somehow that strange ooze had affected your growth. As I learned later, it has changed me, also making me more intelligent and larger. But I didn't grow as fast as you did. Within a year, you had reached your current size. You followed me everywhere I went, except above ground. I could not risk you being discovered. I was amazed at how intelligent you seemed. But even so, I was not ready for what happened one day. Splinter? One of you actually said a word. My name. More words followed, and soon you were all speaking. Around this time, you started to stand upright and copy my movements. I began your training, then teaching you all that I had learned from watching my master Yoshi. I taught you the use of weapons, the art of stealth, and all that I knew of this world. In time you surpassed my lessons and became true ninja. Using a battered copy of a book on Renaissance art that I had fished out of the storm drain, I chose names for each of you. Leonardo, Michelangelo, Donatello, and Raphael. Now, I am old, and there is a task that I would have you perform before I leave this life. Now I must ask you to do that which no being should ask of another. I ask you to avenge the cruel death of my master, Hamata and his wife, Ting-shin. I ask you to challenge and kill the murderer, Oroko Saki, the Shredder. Ha! The night air, I love it! I despise the damn dank underground. My brothers don't seem to mind it. But this is where I belong. Such a feeling of freedom. So much room to move about. I am Raphael, Ninja Turtle, and my master Splinter chose me for this task. to deliver a message of challenge to the Shredder. Splinter told me to infiltrate the Shredder's headquarters and leave a calling card. My pleasure. 2 guards on the right, 1 on the far left. They've got to go. They'll be my calling card. Intruder! Stop him! They're armed, of course. That's okay. I am too. Ah! The 3rd guard sees the action, but doesn't sound the alarm. He thinks he can take me out by himself. Who are you? Ninja? Turtle! We connect in midair. When we land, I'm standing. He isn't. Now to my task. The message is wrapped around one of my sides. I can see Orokusaki inside talking to some flunkies. It's an easy shot. So you can see, Mr. McAdams, it is to your advantage to have my protection. Ah! Hey! Good Lord, what is that? Orokusaki, also known as the Shredder. You have shamed and dishonored the name of your family by murdering Hamatoyoshi. I give you the chance to regain your honor. Meet my 4 disciples for a duel to the death tomorrow night at the following address. Mr. Oroko, is this the protection you would have us purchase? You cannot keep your own complex secure. Outrageous. Then we cannot believe that your protection is worth anything. Goodbye, sir. Who can this challenge come from? What fool pits his minions against the might of the Shredder? It doesn't matter. His infantry will come to grief soon enough. There will be a duel, and there will be death. Theirs. The following night. This is it, my brothers. Use your climbing claws and go silently. Shredder! We are here! Shredder! Face us! Who are these fools? I still do not quite understand why, after so long, this comes back to haunt me. I killed Yoshi 15 years ago. No matter, my men are in place. And the time is near. I shall finish this business once and for all. Shredder, do you fear us? I am here. Come, face your doom. Foot, join me. These guys are good. Too good. But we are better. Hey! Your ninjas have fallen, Shredder. So I see. They were good men. My best. I see, too, that they have left their mark. But that was just students fighting students. Now you must face a teacher. A master. Come, one at a time, or all at once. I don't care, for only I will leave here alive. Me first! Yeah! Trick! Ha! You left yourself wide open. You are much too slow. Ah! Amateurs! Come, Gaijin. Your brothers have fallen. You are next. Yeah! Bah. For fools! He is too skilled for us to fight one-on-one, brothers. Use group tactics and hit from a distance. Dodge these, master! Oof! Curse you! Ha! This is the end of you, Shrek! You are overly confident, fool! Perhaps he is Shredder, but perhaps not! Now, you are beaten, so finish it, fools. I am helpless. Slay me now. We turtles are not dogs without honor. Unlike you, Orokusaki, I will give you one more chance to redeem your honor. Take this katana and commit seppuku. Never! If I must kill myself, I will. Take all of you turtles with me! This thermite grenade will wipe this rooftop clear of all life, including you. No! Don throws his bow staff, knocking the shredder off the roof. Our mission is accomplished. Our master's master is avenged. I'm tired, Leonardo. Yes, so are we all, Michelangelo. Let's go home. Ugh, I ache all over. A hot bath would be nice. Leonardo, look, that piece of armor. It seems that the shredder has been shredded. We are the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. We strike hard and fade away into the night. This book is dedicated to Jack Kirby and Frank Miller. There you have it. The very first issue of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. There is a few words that are definitely off inside this book. There's one time where they say Nagi instead of Saki. But I read it as it showed inside the book. Another thing that got me was every time they mentioned Hamato Yoshi's wife, Tang Shin, shouldn't it have been Hamato Shin? But these are mistakes that really don't matter, because this book caused a franchise that has gone worldwide and is known by so many people out there. It is the reason that people are watching Cowabunga Corner now, because this book inspired a cartoon, movies, toys, role-play books, and so much more. If anything, we should celebrate May 5th as one of the Ninja Turtles' birthday and look at 1984 as the year that brought the Turtles to the world. Another birthday would be November 19th, 1983, which was the day they were created. I am honored to have gotten the chance to read and actually flip through a first print. I became a fan through the cartoon, followed the movie and the tour before I even started reading the Mirage Ninja Turtles. I am a fan of all versions of Turtles, but my deepest thank you and respect goes to Mirage Volume 1. Eastman and Laird, you guys did such a wonderful job. I cannot express how happy I am that the Turtles have come out and became what they became. And I cannot wait to see the new stuff for the Turtles. But what I really hope is that the Turtles are there for the future generations of fans that are coming in now for the new cartoon series and movies that are learning of it now. I hope that they could help other people as they've helped me in my life. Thank you. And thank you guys for watching Cowabunga Corner episode 84. And next episode, we are jumping 25 years into the future from when this comic was released. We are going to 2009, the Empire State Building, as they lit the light green for Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. A nice event which had several Ninja Turtle guests, including Steve Barron and Ernie Reyes Jr., and the mascots for the 4Kids Ninja Turtle series, which kicked off their 25th tour. Next episode will be actual video footage of that wonderful day.